Believe it or not, I used to hate reading. Let me take you on a journey that has led me to this YouTube channel. In my early schooling, I was told I was not really the fastest reader, but I wasn't the slowest reader either. One thing that really just started my initial dislike of reading books in my early years was the Accelerated Reader Program, or the AR program for short. Basically, you would have this list of books you had to choose from that were in the AR system. You would take a test after reading the book, and you would earn points because you had this point quota that you had to meet when you took these tests. A couple of problems, as you can imagine. You couldn't read any book that you wanted. A book had to be in the AR system, and sometimes the book you really wanted to read as a child was not always in the AR system. So it's understandable why a kid would have no real motivation to pursue reading as a passion because you were restricted and you had to meet this point quota to basically pass and go on to the next grade. Basically, at the end of the day, I felt like I was reading for points rather than the love of reading itself. Second, those AR tests were based solely on comprehension instead of like the bigger themes and symbolism of the book for the most part. As a kid, I remember I used to try to remember really random things like what was the color of the main character's jacket instead of really focusing on what specifically I was reading and symbolism behind it. Now, this was my experience with the AR program. I don't remember all aspects of the AR program, and you may have had different experiences dealing with this program, but this was mine. And unfortunately, it just contributed to my initial dislike of reading books. It did not change too much in high school. I still cringe when I hear about Robinson Crusoe based on what that book did to me in high school. It was not all bad though. In my junior and senior year, I remember reading some solid books, and I was lucky enough to have some really good teachers who really sold me on the significance of the book and what I was reading. Despite all of that, unfortunately, my feelings for reading didn't really take a turn. In college, there were some moments where I felt like the tide was turning towards my attitude towards reading books, but it wasn't powerful enough. Early 20s was basically the same experience, a book here and there. Things really started to change in my mid 20s up till when I turned about 30. A couple of factors came into play. One, just frankly, my work life was not the greatest. And two, I was just burnt out with the main culprit being my phone. It just got to be too much how much time I was spending on it, whether it was checking social media or just all of these apps pinging me, battling for my attention. With hopes of slowing my brain down a little bit, I decided to take the plunge with reading books and never looked back. Since then, books have really been this lighthouse in a way, leading me safely to the shore, clearing the way of this dense fog of just slop, distraction, and brain rot. Do not get me wrong, there are times I do not have the mental capacity to read, but rather be doing something else, or I still feel attached to my screen. We shouldn't beat ourselves up over it. It happens. We're all human. When it came to reading and contemplating what to read around this time, I felt like I should be reading something that would add value or lead to some monetary gain. Now, if you like those type of books, no judgment, read away. I think the message I was trying to convey is read what interests you. What is it? Is it fantasy? Is it sci fi? Is it westerns? Is it history? It doesn't matter. Read away and rediscover that sense of wonder and joy we used to have as kids when we picked up a book. That's probably enough soapboxing, but if you made it this far, thank you for sticking by. This leads me to this YouTube channel. I wanted to start this years ago, but better late than never, as they say. The main intent of this channel is to really just share my love of books and maybe connect with others who also love books, or maybe you're trying to rediscover that love of reading again, or you just want to watch something to pass the time. Either way, all are welcome. Feel free to like, subscribe if you wish, but until next time, take care, stay safe, and happy reading.